But now, racism and stigma are now things that we can talk about in the community, in our communities. We can talk about that. Domestic violence is no longer about those people. It has seeped into our very fabric of our society, of our communities. From all socioeconomic levels to all races and ethnicities. It's all over, and we've got to do something about it. We have to, us as a community, speak up. That's all it takes. Speak up, be aware, and share the resources. Call for systemic change. This guy had a restraining order. Big deal. What does a restraining order do? Have you heard the news lately? Everyone who's killed their wife had a restraining order. The courts must be made aware that this system is not working for mothers, especially for mothers. It's not working. They're still in danger. There's got to be a law like the laws that have helped like Amber, all those laws. I'd like to see Arocido's law. No. Let's change this. And I went and trying to get a wrongful death suit out of this, forget it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Not an attorney would take it. It happened in the police station. Well, the judge didn't order it. Didn't order what? Protection. Really? In the police station? A restraining order? Then I find out that police do not have the constitutional right to protect you. Really? What does it say in their car? To protect and to serve and protect. Come on. That's what, there needs to be systemic change. We need to change the way the courts look at these things. There needs to be more protection, there need to be more assurances. And that's what we're working towards. It's unacceptable. I can't, our children are still processing, like I said, as per their age. They're going to begin saying more things about, at 5 years old, Romena's already talking about some of the stuff she saw. At 10, I wonder what that's going to sound like. At 15, at 20, what's that going to sound like? We'll never know. I didn't want to come near the crime scene photos. I got home that day. It's really funny. I got home that day, and that was about 4:30. Switch on the news. Breaking news alert. Helicopter over the Improved Beach substation. I go, what? And this camera zooms down, and I see her car. I see his pickup. They zoom down some more, and I see the blurred body of the pavement. Oh no! I ran. Where's Chappies? We called her Chappies. She went to drop the kids. What's wrong? I just, so I got in the car and ran. We were only a mile and a half from the substation there. Of course, they already had it all cordoned off. I need to make sure. They wouldn't let me in. I need to make sure. I said, were there any kids involved? Yeah, 2 toddlers. I did it. I did it. From then on, it started a re-traumatization in dealing just with the system alone. Social service, Social Security, even the Victims of Crime program, for Christ's sake, they have re-traumatized everybody from the Victims of Crime program. And, burning through system stress, how some friend of mine called it, does re-traumatize a lot of folks. It's, how we, let me give you an example. The attorney for the children sent over one of her aides to take some data down on what happened, or to take the children's names down. She comes in and she's writing her stuff up, and she's, okay, where's the mom? Where's the mom?
Oh, God.
What? Yeah, where's the mom? You don't know what happened? your attorney sent you over here without telling you what happened? Same thing happened to a social worker. From, I guess it was CalWorks. They wanted to give us CalWorks. I don't know what happened. You guys aren't talking to each other. I don't know. And they come in, and they felt so bad. That lady just broke down. The CalWorks lady just broke down and cried. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know. Why did they send you over here without knowing? You're walking into a house that is just, you know, this was just days after. My wife is still like it was yesterday. You know, we do have therapy, of course, to help her out, but she's resistant to a lot of that. She's very traumatized still, very depressed. But what can I say? It's like yesterday. I'm no stranger to this kind of tragedy, and I work for a company that really supported me in the whole thing. I'm very resilient that way. So, looking forward, making sure that, oh, I gotta tell you a story first. She worked for the Sweetwater, her daughter worked for the Sweetwater School District. She was a teacher's aide for kids with special needs. She practically raised my boy. She's part of the reason why he's so mellow. Kids with autism aren't that way. Anyways, she had a life insurance policy, of course, with the school. You know, they called her in there to see who could put together her assets. And this is one case where somebody did the right thing. The HR director sits down and says, looks at the policy, it's $50,000. You know, we're both named it. He just turned around and says, you know what, we're gonna double it. You're gonna double it? Yeah, we're gonna double it. Without going to your superior, you're just gonna double it. You're making that case right now? You're gonna double it? Yes. We had a little 3-bedroom house that the 5 of us just could not do it. And there was too much, not enough backroom space for the children, not enough. But at that time, they wanted 20% down in a house. Boom, there's our 20% down. And we got a nice big house because someone did the right thing. And the children have their backyard to play with. And things are looking forward, things are looking better as I see it. The police department, the probation department, and the fire department adopted the girls for this last Christmas, the accident that, you know. So on the 23rd of December, where I live, it's just no parking. I live all Latino families, each household has 7 cars. And they called me and said, we're coming over. We're coming over. I go, where are you guys gonna park? There's no parking here. I'm thinking, you know, 2, 3. No, they filled up my street with patrol cars. The fire department came with Santa Claus, and they started getting off their cars, and you should have seen my front room. It was up to here with presents. The girls were just, I was first so worried about uniformed officers coming over. Because when they hear a siren or they see an ambulance, they react. And when they see uniformed officers, they react. So I was all worried, but the therapist says, no, on the contrary, the more they see, it's gonna be better for them. And sure enough. So they were adopted by them. That's what's going to happen. It's those kind of things that bring the community together. You know, my neighbors, I could just hear them. I told you he was a drug dealer. They saw Santa Claus get out, and okay. Yeah. So, you know, it's groups like this and folks just sharing. We need